Hello, I'm Sensei Alex Kikuyo. The title of today's talk is The True Meaning of Emptiness. Before we get into that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. Emptiness is one of the foundational teachings of Buddhism. Our Buddhist compassion and the compassion of the Bodhisattvas grows from it. More on that later. Also, it's one of the three marks of existence, the other two being suffering and non-self, which all sentient beings share. But what is emptiness exactly? Simply put, emptiness is the teaching that nothing in existence has a permanent, separately abiding self. This often leads Buddhist teachers to say that the self is an illusion. But there's a danger in understanding emptiness that way, because it leads to the thought that Buddhism is a nihilistic, world-denying religion. If there is no self, then there's no need for morality or compassion. Just like we don't care what happens to individuals in video games because we understand they're not real, if we falsely believe that emptiness means that we are not real, then that can lead to all types of bad behavior. The teaching of emptiness does not mean that we do not exist. It simply means that we don't exist in the way that we think we do. We are not permanent or separately abiding, however, we are impermanent. And we are interconnected with all living things. If we understand that we are impermanent, that we are of a nature to be born, to grow old, to get sick, and to die, then as these things happen, they don't hurt so much because we develop acceptance for the fact that we, like everything in existence, are constantly changing. Similarly, if we understand that we are not separate, we do not live in a subject-object duality with the world, rather we are all aspects of the same whole, which in Buddhism we call the Dharmakaya, or Buddha body, then compassion naturally grows from this understanding. In the same way that I take care of my hands because I understand that they are part of my physical body, if I understand the teaching of emptiness, I naturally care for all sentient beings because I understand that they too are part of my spiritual body. It is this understanding that causes the Bodhisattvas to behave in the way that they do, showing an infinite amount of compassion for all sentient beings. For those of you who don't know, a Bodhisattva is a being who has achieved full and complete enlightenment, also known as Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. However, instead of going into extinction, they choose to stay here in the realm of samsara, the realm of suffering, vowing not to leave until all sentient beings can realize full enlightenment alongside them. Now, it's important to understand that they do this not out of a sense of pity. They don't look down upon us. Rather, they see us eye to eye. They understand that every living being is an aspect of themselves, and so they understand that their enlightenment will never be fully complete unless we are all enlightened together. Thus, the true teaching of emptiness, the teaching of shunyata, is that we're all in this together, and that no one realizes enlightenment unless we all do.